Hi, I'm Sophie and today we're going to talk about a few relaxation techniques. The first is called Viloma breathing. This is a 3-part breath where you breathe first of all into the bottom section of the lungs, then into the midsection and then into the top section. It's really good for relaxing after a stressful day at work, especially if you can't sleep. The second thing that we're going to talk about is a pose called child's pose. This is also a really relaxing pose and very good for stretching out the back and hips. We're going to talk about that a little bit more in detail after I've shown you the Viloma breathing. So the best place to do the Viloma breathing is maybe lying on your sofa or on your bed or perhaps on the floor with a couple of cushions. So come onto your back, and then I like to keep the knees bent here, or you can come into Supta Baddha Konasana, taking the soles of the feet together, allowing the knees to drop out wide to the side. It's also quite nice here to pop a couple of bolsters or cushions underneath the thighs, just so that they're completely supported and the inner thighs can completely relax. Then you're going to close your eyes and just take your hands onto your belly. We're going to take a normal inhale deeply through the nose, and then just exhale through the mouth fully. Another normal inhale, and exhale through the mouth fully. And then we're going to start to breathe in those 3 parts. So inhaling through the nose, fill the first third of your lungs, and pause. Then inhaling, fill the first and second thirds, and pause. Then inhale fully, pause and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fully exhale through the nose. And then continuing, inhale to the first third of the lungs, and pause. Inhale second third, and pause. Inhale completely, pause and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale fully. And continuing one more round with me. Inhale first third of the lungs, pause. Inhale second third, pause. Inhale fully, pause and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale completely. So you can just continue like this a few more rounds in your own time. I would suggest 10 to 20 breaths, particularly before going to sleep, or it's also nice to do this at the end of a more physical yoga practice before you come into Shavasana. And when you've done your 10 to 20 breaths, or however many you would like to take, gently returning the breath to normal and opening the eyes. So we're now going to come into child's pose. So to come to child's pose, you're going to come onto all fours, and you're going to take your knees hip width apart and the big toes together to touch. You're then going to sit the hips all the way back onto the heels and relax the forehead down onto the mat. There's a couple of variations of child's pose. You can either stretch the fingertips out in front of you like I am here, and this provides quite a nice stretch down the outside of the side waist and also the shoulders. However, if you find this uncomfortable, it's also nice to take the hands back so the fingertips point towards the back of the room and the back of the hands are down on the mat. Now at this point, as you can see, my hips are pretty much down on my heels, but you might be a lot further up here. That's also absolutely fine. Again, you can also pop a couple of blocks in between your thighs and your calves to make this slightly more comfortable. So when you come down here, this is a relaxing pose, and it's also a really good pose to do at any point during the videos that are on the blog. If you feel a little bit tired, or if you're in a class and you feel a little bit tired, and it's also just a nice thing to do again before bed, and perhaps practicing the Viloma breathing that we just talked about here also. And again, when you've done 10 to 20 breaths, then slowly roll yourself all the way up through the spine, coming up 1 vertebra at a time, to make your way all the way back up to seated. Thank you very much for watching today. If you would like to subscribe, you can do so above, or if you'd like to comment, you can do so below. Thank you very much, and